Hi, look what I got in the mail today. I'm so excited. This is the Billie Eilish Your Turn perfume. It came out on February 6th, and I've been waiting for this for like 10 days. And when I tell you, I've been so impatient and anxious to get this because I'm like, I just want to smell it. I know it's going to smell so good. I know it. I know it. I can't wait to like spray it all over myself. I can't wait to see this perfume in my hands. And here we are, guys. Here we are. It's here. And I'm excited to do this review for you guys. But before we get into that, we need to talk about this bottle because stunning, beautiful, gorgeous, like it has a good weight to it. And it's giving luxury, bougie, expensive. And I really love that you can kind of see the liquid through this little box right here, through this part of the dye. And then this is like plastic. This is glass, but it just looks stunning. I mean, the fingerprints thing might get a little like, but whatever. I'll look past it because it's beautiful. And I just know that the smell is going to be. So, okay. So I kind of want to review the perfume, like first impressions, like do a spray. And then I've also sprayed it on my hand already. I promise I held my nose so I wouldn't spoil the surprise. But I always want to compare it to like the initial spritz versus like it sitting on like my body and my skin for a while. Cause I just feel like that's how you get the best kind of comparison. And it's going to be the best way for me to give you my overall thoughts on the perfume. And then I also wanted to compare it to Eilish 1, 2, and 3 as well as some other perfumes that I saw in people's reviews, like in their comments. I saw some people saying, oh, I think it smells like this or that. And I had some of those perfumes. So I wanted to just give you guys my opinions and see if maybe any of those smell like Your Turn. But we have a lot to cover. So let's get into it. Okay, I'm so excited. So I'm going to spray it on this first and then on myself. Okay. And then, oh, that smells good. It smells different, but it smells good. Okay. Okay, so I definitely get the warm, the spiciness, and like the woodiness of like the ginger and the cardamom. I don't really smell bergamot though. Maybe faintly to me, but it does smell very like refreshing on the open. It smells very like, yeah, refreshing is the word. hmm I don't understand why people were confused though, because I feel like it's standing very true to like the notes in the scent profile, like on her website as like the opening notes. I feel like it's giving very much what it said on there. So yeah, definitely earthy, but I don't think it's like overly earthy or overly woody to like the point that some people were making it. But again, it's personal preference for everybody and people smell things differently, but I definitely pick up all the notes that like it said on her website. So okay, so now I sprayed here, and I'm going to smell it now to compare it to the original spritz or the opening spritz. I'm so excited. Okay, that smells even better, honestly. Yeah. hmm I feel like I get all the other notes now. And actually, I think it's so like smart and like I just love seeing a fragrance come together with like the opening notes, the middle notes, and like the base notes. So I think why some people were a little disappointed was because I think they heard that the perfume had peach in it. And when they heard that, I think they may have been expecting something a little bit more like sweet and fruity. And I don't think that that's like how I would describe this perfume. Like I definitely smell the peach skin in it. And I smell the jasmine also. And I think the point of those specific notes being in there is to kind of balance out all the woody and the spicy notes because there's a lot of them on the opening and on the base. You have sandalwood, again, you have ginger, you have the cardamom, you have so many other woody and earthy notes that you kind of needed that like peach skin and that jasmine to kind of balance it out a little bit so it's not too overly earthy. But I can smell the peach skin. I definitely can. Oh my God, that smells so good. And the floral too. And like now it's kind of smelling like more like sensual. Like I feel like all those other notes are kind of like changing the fragrance a bit from like when it first opened. I really like that a lot. And I would agree to say that it's more of like a unisex scent because like I feel like when you're saying like masculine and feminine, like a lot of people associate like feminine scents with more like sweet, fruity kind of scents, and then like masculine would be more like woody, earthy, musky kind of scents. And listen, masculine, feminine, perfume is perfume, and you can wear whatever perfume you want. You want to wear cologne, wear cologne. You want to wear perfume, wear perfume. But I would say that based on that, those categories, I would put this in the middle. Okay, and I want to compare it to all of the other Eilishes. I'm going to start off with Eilish number 1, and I sprayed her on here. It smells so good. Okay, but sorry to disappoint my Eilish number 1 people, but I think that if it smells the least like any of the perfumes I'm about to talk about, it's Eilish number 1. Eilish number 1 is just very sweet and vanilla-y, and I just don't get that in Your Turn. So I'm sorry, but if you were expecting it to be anywhere close to that, it's not. And I would recommend you to wait and smell it in person before you decide to buy it. So I know a lot of people aren't a fan of Eilish number 2. I personally enjoy Eilish number 2. And while I feel like there's like aspects of Eilish number 2 in Your Turn, I don't think they smell exactly the same. Your Turn is like very different. Where, like I said, like the peach and the floral and all the other notes in there, I feel like that's kind of like what distinguishes it from this one. But I can kind of see why some people are kind of comparing the two. And then we have Eilish number 3, which I love. Is like my favorite winter scent. Literally like Christmas in a bottle. I love it. I mean, again, some of like maybe like the little spiciness or I don't really smell pine in Your Turn though, but I can kind of also see why people are saying that it kind of smells like this or like a mixture of 2 and 3. I still think that Your Turn smells very differently from both of those. But if you wanted to like kind of get an idea, I would say it kind of like does kind of like between 2 and 3 kind of, but again, Your Turn doesn't smell like that. So again, if you're like on the fence, I think if you're a fan of Eilish number 2 and Eilish number 3, you might be more open to the scents in Your Turn, and I think you will probably like it. But again, if you're really on the fence and you don't want to spend the money and then regret it, I would recommend that you wait until it comes out in stores and you can smell it for yourself. Another very popular perfume that I saw in people's comments was Labo Santal 33, and I have this perfume. And I can kind of see why, but I don't know. I feel like Le Labo Santal 33, like while it smells good, I mean, it's never been like an absolute favorite of mine. And I also feel like, and this is not to be offensive in any way, but I feel like it's more, it's more one dimensional where it kind of just, it smells like what it is and it is what it is. Like it smells like that. And I feel like Your Turn is a little bit more complex because it has so many more notes going on in there. So I can kind of see like maybe there's part of Santal 33 in Your Turn, but I also don't think that they smell exactly the same. An interesting one that I saw was Parfums de Marly Valaya, which is like one of my favorites, but I also don't think it smells, and what people were saying was that mixed with Santal 33, but I think Valaya is too citrusy in a way that like even combined, they don't smell like Your Turn. So, I mean, I would say that from all the comparisons, that one probably gets to it the closest, but I still think there's still some distance there. I don't think they're similar at all. So my final thoughts on Your Turn is that I personally love it. And like the more that it sits in my skin, the more I love it. And I feel like this is going to be like a new fave for me that I'm going to be using. But yeah, again, if you're on the fence, I would recommend waiting for it to come in store so you can smell it. I think a lot of people were a little concerned about the price, but honestly, I think a lot of her perfumes, all of her perfumes are so, so good. And I feel like them being under $100, like was a steal from the beginning. So I think this is a win, guys. I absolutely love it. The bottle, everything, 10 out of 10. I hope you guys enjoyed this review and leave me questions, comments. Let me know what you think. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Bye.